Hey guys, welcome for another video. You are watching. Hey guys, in this video, we'll be looking into the second vulnerability category in the mobile top 10 owasp, that is insecure data storage, right? So, insecure data storage vulnerability occurs whenever the development teams assumes that there will be no interaction of users or a malwares with the mobile device file systems, like whichever is stored in the shared preference or database of SQL file. They when they assume it, right? So, but technically the file systems are easily accessible, so organizations also, like whenever they're developing any application, should expect the malicious user or malware whenever it get attacked, like any malware or spyware, it, like if it gets infected, so they will be having access to the sensitive data of the application or the personal information that application is using. Right, so usage of poor libraries, like encryption libraries, it can be avoided because there are some good there might be some good developers who stores the data in an encrypted format or encoded format, but they are not so strong, like it can be reversed easily. So such things might also lead us to like insecure data storage, and routing and jailbreaking of mobile devices gives easy access to all the file systems. So, what are the potential business risk if the application is facing the insecure data storage vulnerability? One is identity theft, because all the data can be leaked out, and fraud. Obviously, it can be misused, and obviously the reputation damage would be high cost. Like recently, Mobivic and Domino's data went in, a lot, TBs of data were went public. So reputation damage will happen, and policy violations, yes, and material loss. And in material loss, in a sense, obviously they will lose faith in the users, customers, and many people will think twice to, even if they come with a strong storage things in a later versions, but people will think twice again to trust to do the business with such applications, right? So this is just a small introduction on it. And coming to the categories, like how you can, what kind of things led to insecure data storage and or unintended data leakage. The following things which you can see are might be where you can see those things, like one is SQL database or log files. You can check such things, or XML data storage, like data files, or binaries or cookies. Sometimes the app stores some of the information in SD cards also. We'll see the live examples, because in Divya app we have four, one, two, three, four examples of insecure data storage. So we will see all the four things, not an issue, right? And along with that, we'll see that. Then we can go with how to prevent it, so that we will be having a good idea on how to prevent them, the vulnerabilities which occurs in the mobile, right? So let us go and do some practical things, like among the insecure data storage. So okay, so objective, find out where, how credentials are being used. Hint: insecure data storage is a result of storing confidential information insecurely on the system, that is poor encryption. Okay, first of all, let us see the code of this application. Let me open the Jadx. So here we have the high. I don't think so. Whether we can search here. Okay, not an issue. Let me go to the folder and drop it here. Downloads. Okay. So let us see the code. So this is a hard code activity, right? Sorry, like insecure data storage activity one. So let us see what is happening inside here. Uh, okay. So this is a code, insecure data store activity one. So are we looking at activity one? Yeah, part one. Yeah. So okay, save credentials, and find from 5D1 user. Okay, E is getting the things from shared preference. Okay, let us dive into ADB shell and see what is happening. Like if we can find anything in a shared preference. So directly, let me go to ADB. Sorry, ADB shell. So cd slash data slash data slash com dot j. What was the package name? Uh, package name. I forgot the package name. Okay, let me check here. Jaka. Okay, sorry. J. Okay, JAK. Okay, so let me clear it. So we have in the file system. So these are file systems actually, right? So we have a share. We don't have a shared preference, but we have like database. So okay, let us try to use some enter some dummy things first. Let me see. Oh, uh, it is getting saved actually. Okay. But let me go to shared preference. Okay. Find out how and where the credentials are being stored and vulnerable. Okay, okay. See, that's what, whenever we save the data, it is storing it inside the shared preference, shared preference you saw, right? And which is unencrypted format. Suppose, suppose that there might be some login application, like application has some logging in operation. So suppose I am Sharan and my password uh, sorry, I am Sharan and password is 12345 and if you save it, it is storing it is storing the username and password somewhere in a code. So that's what, so usually whenever you locally whenever the app stores some data, most of the times it will be either in a shape preference or it will put directly into SQL files, or sometimes like external storage, but the sensitive data like this will not be put in external storage. It will be stored either in a databases or in these XML files. So you can let me check again what is the updated values. Yeah, it is updated value. See why they store in the XML file sense to reconnect it. If you there's a concept called data persistent. Like how can application at achieve data persistence? Suppose when you are working on some application, so suddenly your mobile gets switched off. So you will be doing some operations and there will be some set of data you have been worked on so far. But if it suddenly gets switched off when it turns on, the application should start from that point, right? So suppose consider if it is starting from the beginning because it suddenly turned off, the data is not saved. If such thing happens, that is a drawback of technology, right? So that is why data persistent in a mobile environment is achieved from these file systems. So storing data locally, which can be used even like whenever you want, right? So that's how in this example they said like whatever the user credentials is entered, it is being stored inside a shared preference without any encryption, right? So this is the first thing. So let me check the another example. We have four examples. Let me do the four also. I'll do three. I'll leave one for you people. So if you want any help, we can help that. Okay, let me go to the second one. Find out where how vulnerabilities are being stored and a vulnerable code. Insecure data storage is a result of storing confidential information. Okay, so he's giving the same thing. Sharon, and let me. Third party credentials are stored. Okay, this is also same. Okay, what is that fourth one? Okay, fourth one is different. Okay, actually it should be different. Why they have given the same? Okay, uh, okay. Let me see whether we have any other. like sorry. Okay, let's okay. Okay, here it's stored in a shared preference. See, we sign a code in this activity. It is stored. It is stored in like it is stored in a shared preference. In activity two, what is happening? Okay. Okay. Open. Okay. Okay. It is putting it into SQL like a database file. Okay. Let me check. Let me try to go to the database file and check. Okay. We are in activity like we are in a problem 200. So to go to database, you can go back the to CD, LSLA, sorry, less NSLA. Okay, so let me clear the screen. CD, go to the databases and check. Okay, we have two databases, IDS2 and you can directly get SQLite like command like that CLI here only, or you can pull these files and you can use SQLite 3 browser. Like I prefer to use SQLite 3 that browser, SQLite SQLite DB browser, and you will get good GUI format. It will be like very easy for us, to do that things. Let me download. Uh, okay, start download. Let me install it. Let us go and install that DB browser. So next, okay, I have it already. Okay, not an issue. Let me just install it again. It might be a newer version. So you can go here and SQLite DB should show, right? Okay. Yeah, DB browser. So, so this is how it looks. So now let us pull our database from here first. Okay. So let me create one folder here to pull the to show like everything data DB. Okay. Right. So let me open the terminal here only. Right. Now I have to pull right ADB pull from here, right? So you can directly copy the path and you can paste it. So it pulled everything and it will be stored yeah, whatever it is there it came. So now you can directly go and put it inside the DB browser and you can check and see, this is how the database looks. Like this is how you pull the database actually, right? So yeah, okay. You can see I like when I opened this, I randomly gave some data, right? So it got saved in a database of IDS2. You can give anything, like that's what, like in the first activity, like in the first scenario we saw he is storing it in a shared preference, right? Which is a plain format. In a second example we saw he's doing the same thing, but he is storing this time inside SQL file, which is not also a secure one, right? Like in the sense, like he's put it into same like a plain format. We can exploit this using a browser also. We'll show you later when we are like I will make a particular videos on Frida and browser and Android Rod and other tools, which is very like good tools, right? Like in that I will show like how to exploit the SQL or content providers database, right? So this is about the second example, and let us see the third one, what it is. So find out how our credentials are stored. Yeah, similar kind of pattern. But let me see the code, like how it is and where it stores actually. Where is the code? Okay, let me go to the Jadx. So Okay, Jadx, what it is doing? Okay, extends this. Okay, save credentials. Okay, user ID and password. Okay, it's creating one temporary file and it is putting those into the file. Okay, so the thing is like you should have an idea on reading the code so that you will identify where it is putting. You can see how to search these things. In a sense, you can search in a keyword like username or a password or a login. Okay, so it will lead you to the this particular classes, any classes which is responsible for logging in. So you can come there and you can read the code and you can see how it is storing and where it is storing. Here, if you can just read, you can see it is creating one temporary file, and that username is put into that file and the password is also put into file. So now let me put now like something like Rocky123 and password is like I don't know. Okay, so save it. So now let us find this temporary file where it is. Right. So here in a database, you will never get any temporary files. So go back and see the file system again, and you have a cache. Okay, and you can see one new file is generated. New file is generated. Something called uinfo12345. So might be this file as the data. Let me check it. Yes, Rocky123, and I don't know. So it like here it is like, whatever the user enters is storing it inside one temporary file, right? So another one like I will not solve the last one. I will see the video. I mean like I will see what they are doing in a code, and I will leave it for you people to do it. Find out where the same scenario and let me see the code. Okay. Okay, save credentials, user pvd. Okay, 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 okay. Yeah, here, what they're doing is here we saw the file internals. Okay, here he is storing it inside the external storage, so you can do it very easily. So I'm not gonna do that. You people can take it as an assignment and you can try to solve that. If you people didn't get any idea or any way to solve it, let me know, so I will be helping you people to solve that. So these are the like few demonstration or examples of insecure data storage. So let us go back and see the next slide. So it is how to mitigate or the implementation things when it comes to insecure data storage. So it is very important to threat model your like mobile app in a sense, or to design the architect of your mobile app, to understand how the how the assets and the informations process inside the app and how the APIs handles the asset information. So these are the very very important things and sensitive things. So the key things which developer has to keep in mind while developing the applications are URL caching. If you people know about the concepts of retrofit and how it works, the thing. So like you people will be having complete idea not every time the URL the mobile request the website, if at all if it is already visited link, there will be something called cache, URL cache. So it will store locally and it will be reloaded or gives the data uh, directly without like revisiting again it like because it takes a lot of time, right? And keyboard press caching and copy paste buffer caching. I gave you an example like in a last video. So application backgrounding, if at all if application is running in the background, so you have to make sure that is not leaking any kind of data for other services. So intermediate data, handling intermediate data, and logging in like logs and logging data, like user logging data and way to how to store that to like credentials. There is something called SQLite3 Cipher. Okay, see the one of the worst thing what people does in a sense. I will show you here only. So let me go to the database LSLA. So if we just scan the things here, it will store like it will show the max of things here on it. Okay, so there is another SQLite 3 DB called like Cipher DB. Okay, that helps you to encrypt all the like SQLite data. So I prefer, if at all, if any developer is watching this, I prefer you people to use that. You will get one a key try to store it in a key store or like anywhere that will be not like that will not get into the hands of malicious people. That is the one way you can encrypt the SQL file, SQLite cipher. Okay, you people can look it at. So browser cookie objects, analytical data sent to third parties, because sometimes when you are sending analytical data from mobile to the third party server, it needs authentication, right? Sometimes can what happens the developers might send the secret keys or a token inside the URL, so such scenarios can be avoided, right? So these are the basic things and developers should keep in mind to mitigate the insecure data storage like vulnerability thing. So this is it for this video, guys. I hope you got a concept of what is insecure data storage, how we can hunt inside the file system to find the insecure data storage vulnerability, right? So if you guys still got any doubt, DM me or message me personally. So if you like the video and if you got anything informative, please share with your fans and don't forget to subscribe us. See you guys in the next video. Bye bye. Take care.